Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are us, and this is Lies of P. So we find ourselves here instead of there. Assuming you watched the last episode, otherwise you might be a little confused. Because I accessed the Stargazer at the end, well, after ending the recording, and apparently there's someone here that wants to talk to us. I don't know if it's her or Antonia, but we'll find out.
The portrait hanging in Geppetto's room. It looks very much like you. I sense something strange. Something like the changes you're going through. The sort of thing you'd read in a fairy tale.
Explain.
Go to Geppetto's room. You should see it for yourself.
I don't know, because I played Silent Hill The Room, and I'm still not entirely right after that game. Granted, this is the first time I'm remembering it in a very long time. I don't think the trees... I think I picked the coins, so we're fine. I like Silent Hill The Room, but I also don't have a frame of reference for... What did you do? I don't have a frame of reference for the Silent Hill games. I played some of 3, I think? Well, that's just dumb. What do you mean I can't use this right now? I don't think we lied that much. That would... If it were... I don't know how it's measuring it. The lies. It's way too long. It makes no sense.
Ah, I'm glad you're here, my son. Have you seen that painting?
No.
I can't believe my eyes. It's almost as if something is growing out of the portrait.
Almost?
I remember commissioning that piece from an artist named D. Gray. Like all artists, he was eccentric. He claimed that a painting could harbor a living soul. But how can that happen? Just like the fairy tale.
What fairy tale?
Forgive a foolish man his ramblings. Perhaps the seed of its growth was there all along. I know you're curious, so see for yourself. I have my work to keep me busy.
Are you sure? Because you always look like you're doing nothing when I get here.
You don't remember. Ask me about areas you want.
Let's see if we can interact with it now. No. We don't have any quartz, so we may as well go. I do want to swap out to the puppet string on my way out of here.
You're back. I was so worried when you marched off to fight the king.
What?
But this... It's a necklace from the Mona Charity House. They took care of orphans and impoverished children from across Krat. Many of those children grew up at the Rose Estate and became alchemists, technicians, and stalkers. I hope the king didn't harm any of them. Or don't tell me. The king's ergo is actually... Are you okay? You look ill, ever since I mentioned the necklace. My heavens, you look... You're changing. You're becoming something more than a puppet. Almost human. If this is what you want, just keep behaving. Keep feeling like a human does. You might just hold the true secret of Ergo.
You know, I wish I had an outfit that had a coat that was worn like she's wearing hers. Granted, it would look kind of silly with certain actions, like certain fable arts, I guess. But overall, the cool factor would just let that nonsense slip off. I wanted to go with the saying of let it roll off its back like water off a duck, but that didn't come together. What necklace is she referring to? Someone's necklace. When did we get this? I don't remember picking it up from that fight. I don't remember finding it anytime after. It's great to have miscellaneous junk in your inventory and no way of knowing what's important and what's just going to be taking up space. Granted, it's the, I'm assuming, key item section of the inventory, so it's technically all important. Oh, I came here to I could have changed the weapon where I was and not come here in the first place, but I accessed the Stargazer for some reason and then saw we could come here and talk to people, so I did that, and that's how we ended up here. But yeah, another thing I did was, instead of talking to her so you guys could see that, I went about my business seeing what I could do with the handle from the clockwork sword, I believe, because the blade's trash. Granted, the attack animation from the sword isn't great either, or from the handle.
I'll use my power to help you.
And the fable artist, I can't remember it, so it's unremarkable. I still remember the altar effect from the handle on the heavenly something or other sword. I think we're done. I mean, do I access the... Man, that painting is way too freaking far. I'm not doing that right now. If we find quartz sometime soon, maybe we'll deal with that, but... Okay, so we only have two paths before us. God, I still wish I could access that back at the Opera House, it'd be really nice to be able to access it, but I just, hold on. I can just never find where we're supposed to interact with the... Ah, I see you there. The Riddle Master, the Riddle Man, I don't know. What do you do? Yeah, no, I don't like that at all. So I'm assuming those are carcasses? I mean, not only is this weapon powerful, but it attacks quickly. It's everything I could want. Hey, bud. What would have been 4 or 5 stabs reduced to 2. There were 2 paths we could take. This is the other one. I forgot to swap. That's good enough. That is a little embarrassing. Come on. So yeah, as I was saying, I swapped. Ah, I have that because the other one, I put the big pipe wrench head on it. So, the big pipe wrench head is extremely heavy. The majority of the weight you're seeing here is just the head. It's 17 in weight. That said, with this handle, it's actually pretty good. I would have to swap the other weapon out, and due to its novelty, I'm just not going to do that. Yeah, that's better. Well, it's not necessarily better, because now I see all of the things that have no detail. Yeah, I don't like this. It's way too open. Well, it's not that open, but still. Try swapping. I don't want to swap that out, so it has to be this one. All right, Jimbo, where are you? Shimpo. I think that was just about a perfect heal. Like I said, this place was a little too open. Still feels like something's off. Not just the ugly walls. Well, I changed the graphics settings. You know, the general version. Didn't do anything particular. Didn't do anything particular. Well, didn't raise anything specific this time. I tried texture, but then I came back and the walls are still ugly, so maybe it didn't take. The texture setting does not seem to affect the things you would expect it to affect. I mean, some of the things it's supposed to, that you would expect it to affect, it probably does, but I just don't see it happen. If we could have less of this. Ah. Wunderbar. No, I definitely can't. No. Surely the hitbox for that wall is still active in that chunk that's missing. Because, I mean, who's going to go out of their way to program that specific interaction in? So let's not even waste it. Alright, he got it coming and going. As his ilk deserves. I do wonder, though. I need something... I want to use the... I want to use the amulet that increases your damage against carcasses, but... Well, one, I don't want to fight a carcass boss because I don't get anything that'll give me access to more weapons and amulets. Secondly, I like my weapons not breaking after, I don't know, fighting for like 5 minutes. Because if you'll remember, they also take damage when you block. Ah, it's this all over again. Oh, and it's him again. I hate that. I hate it. Oh, great. It's a mud baby. You know, I just dodged rolled to get out of that muck. I didn't expect him to explode. Color me surprised. Why didn't that one explode? Well, now I don't know what to believe. Looks like... Oh, great. So it looks like if I had my puppet string, this would be really simple to solve. Instead... Crap. Okay, well, if I had fallen, I could come back up. That's good. Some would say that's great. They'd be wrong, but they could say that. We take the hammer to the children. On principle, naturally. Ah, see, this is what would happen to you if you didn't observe your surroundings. Surprise children. Wait. I was expecting there to be another one. They use the same attack pattern as those girls from the opera house. The other one appeared to be addicted to the wall. Killer? Support? Whatever. No one likes supports. That looks mighty good. Half a moonstone? That must be a further advanced material. I haven't upgraded anything enough to need it. We're not going to go up yet. Because I want to explore the deep down. And you can't do that by going up. Two more carcasses beyond that door. And some pretty vile looking fog to go along with them. It looks too empty. But I'm also worried something's supposed to spawn there, so... Guess I was wrong this time. Wait, if I go... Ah, see? What did I tell you about observing your surroundings? Pretty sure that's another child puppet. Oh, by the way, let's actually swap out off of this for now. Again, the novelty of the other weapon hasn't worn off yet, but I needed to... Okay. Wall is crying, I guess? Oh, no. It's the ceiling. My mistake. Oh, it's a unique enemy, too. Yeah, this will be worth fighting. I'm sure I'll suffer in the process using this weapon, but why not? Hey, buddy. Looks like we both suck. Get some. Do you see how easy it was for her to enter staggered? That's why I have this. Well, that's why I like this particular... Nah, I hate it here. So is this the carcass version of that giant guy? Or does he have his... Well, I would assume he would have an entirely different attack pattern. Here, have one of these. Ouch. Well. Wow. Ouch. He does not care one bit about my heavy attack. Pretty sure he won't be here a second time, but... Mother frickin' crap. No. Really? Well, we both blew that one, didn't we? God, this handle's not great. That was a battle and a half, wasn't it? And the goddamn fatal blow, I mean, maybe the guy is just... Maybe his HP pool was just super dense. That fatal attack looked like it did nothing. Even though I guarantee this weapon head does not allow for nothing damage. I mean, if there were ever a do not pass go signal, it'd be that. However, go we must, because there exists the chance that there may be chests down here. I forget what this weapon head's fable art is. Ah. You know what I wish I could see as far as weapon stats? What kind of damage it does to an enemy's, I'm just going to call it stagger damage. I wish I could see how much stagger damage a weapon does. I'm pretty sure the weapons in Steel Rising told you how much they affected enemies like that. Because I'm pretty sure there was a mechanic like that in that game. There's a slim chance I could be misremembering, so if you could kindly go over and watch those videos, I mean, it wouldn't make a bit of a difference in terms of... You know what? I'm not going to be negative about it. I'm just not going to say anything. If you want to watch those videos, I'm pretty sure I have that set up to be the... I'm pretty sure I have the playlist set up for that to come up at the end of the video. I don't know, man. This place feels too empty. I mean, the big guy, yeah, he was fighting to have, but for there to be no other enemies or no... Well, there was the Fable Catalyst back there, but... Huh. I was expecting that door to shut in my face and for enemies to spawn. Missed opportunity or good game development sense? I cannot answer that. Bonaz City Charity House Concerts. Okay, so we have the carcass amulet that apparently increases our damage to these guys. Now that I think about it, I could have let the guy go. Or at least pulled him to his leash range and then swapped out to that amulet and tested on him. But he dealt way too much damage. I literally had to charge an entire extra vial just to survive him. Granted, a good portion of the issue there was that I just can't guard his attacks. Due to performance issues, but... Ah, right. Yeah, no, I don't like any of that. Really? No flinching, huh? Stop that. Ah, man, I want that. Screw it. Fire is probably really good for these things. So as far as the amulet is concerned, it needs a weapon that deals consistent damage, not something like this knife that gets crits. Something fast attacking would be preferable. That way I'd be able to get 2 hits, well, 1 hit in, swap the weapon, then another hit. Just to make sure I don't misread or forget the number in between. Because I want to see what's most important, how much damage it gives you versus these enemies. I need the underground arcade key for that. Oh dear. I don't think we're going to get out of this one alive. I mean, we're probably better off with the knife, right? Actually, we could test the knife's basic damage against this guy, assuming we don't crit. Hey, buddy. I really don't want to mess around with him. If we're going to dance, I want to kill him. A crit did less than 200... 165. That's our base damage. Also, we had a full health bar before it. Before we got involved with that guy. Okay. Now, the burning question, how much damage does this give us? Because if it's not enough, it's dead weight. Okay, good. He didn't regenerate in the meantime. I was not aware. Ah. It is difficult to tell. Mother frickin'. That guy deals so much damage. He deals so much damage. trying to figure out what kind of options we have versus this guy. Considering we have no health. If he hits us again, we die. Should we just avoid him? But he's got to have something cool, right? But I don't think we win this fight. I think we have to skip him for now. I need a closer stargazer first. Oh, right. That thing's going to spawn. Oh, great! We almost died. I need the underground arcade key for that. If I go over there, I suffer decay. It's not a great time to be alive. Also, this guy. So apparently they just sometimes explode. Well, this is the first time in a while I've actually been afraid to fight an enemy. The real problem is that I don't know. No, we have to go back. You literally have to go the entire way back. It's just too... I don't know what's past him. I can get back here no problem, but I just don't want to risk losing any ergo. Pretty sure there isn't anything to be concerned about, but I'd still prefer to be careful, just the same. Go this way and right. I can't think of anything to do with my ergo aside from spending it on upgrading myself, but leveling, I guess it's also considered. Frick? Okay. Wow, the damage it does is cute and all. Yep, that's where we need to go, too. If you know how that weapon works, you understand where I'm going with this. Crap. Ow. Really? Wanted to kill that guy before he started attacking. Shut up! Oh, right, you. Oh, right. I bought the bait this time. We could skip. We could skip a bit of annoyance. By just dropping down here. Mother fricking actually hit me with it. It's back up, so... Some of the obstacle, I'm sure there was a pile of barrels here. In fact, I'm certain there were. Yeah. Okay, we have to be very careful with this guy. If he hits us once, and he's very likely to. I'm going to lower the graphics in order to give him less of an advantage. There still seems to be a delay in everything he does, but... we have fire throwables? I mean, I'm sure we do, but... actually, hold on. He deals blunt damage. We also picked up a defensive part. It's a lot of F250 frame. It increases our physical damage reduction by 4.25%. Or it has to be percent. Nothing else really makes sense. It's also so much heavier than the one we were currently using. We're currently using. Okay. I don't think. Can enhance resistance to decay. Good, 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 good. Yeah, we need that. God, we are right on the cusp of fabric. This is slash. This is the strike reduction. It's the upgraded version of the other liner. I don't want to fight him in that hallway. This is too tiny of a space. We can go ahead of him and see what else is beyond. I'm going to go ahead and preemptively heal. Oh, great. That actually spawned again. Oh, great. There are two of them. There should be another one. I heard. I heard two of those things slip out of their cocoons. Okay. The other one must have reset. God, if this guy hits me twice, I am done. There it is. It didn't reset, it was just sitting around the corner hoping I would goof. Well, we don't goof here, mister. Well, unless you're a boss. There it is. And just imagine, he only dealt less damage to us than he did before because we had the upgrade. Well, because we changed our parts out. Now that's a fatal attack. Let's get that one to spawn. Oh, that's the only one in here. That's fine then. What are the fable arts for these weapon parts? Link chop, patience slash. Neither one does their full damage in a single go, so they're not optimal for what we're trying to accomplish. Come on. Oh. No way on earth were those even unique enemies either. They just deal that damage for free. Granted, it's not like it's that hard to avoid. You know, if there wasn't a massive delay between pressing the button to dodge and actually dodging. And by massive, I don't necessarily mean massive. If you play a MOBA, you know how massive a split second can be. I'm pretty sure I know where that goes. Or even how massive 3 seconds can be. Imagine being stuck. You get jumped by the enemy team, and you're only stunned by one person. But you're stunned for 2 seconds. No, not even 2 seconds. 1.5 seconds. You are as good as dead. That's what I mean by massive. Oh. Okay, there was a bit of a stutter there. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything good. Something spawned out in the hallway that wasn't there before. Maybe. Nothing was in there. Maybe something was in here, right? Okay, now we have to go all the way back. Magnifique.
Who are you? A lost visitor? Or a looter who's arrived too late? You look like a stalker. I figured you were all dead. No offense. Stalker, visitor, looter, I don't care. Just buy what you need and leave.
Why are you pretending we've never met? Yep, just going to go ahead and buy the weapon. And, of course, we're going to observe the... Nope, we're going to examine the amulet before we buy it, but it's an automatic buy because it's basically free. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do with... Yeah, I'm actually going to take, like... How many of these? We do not have a lot. I'm sure we're going to need it. 10 of those. The amulet increases resistance to disruption, shock, and break, which is good because they're all annoying. I think disruption is an I don't remember what disruption does, but I don't think it's instant death. Though it probably will get you on the way there. Break, however, is the instant death. Now we just need somewhere. I don't recognize this area. Possibly because the enemies are dead. Oh. Oh, so we don't have to fight them. It's actually quite kind of the devs. I wouldn't have done it. I was certain the little guys that dropped from these cocoons were unique enemies that wouldn't spawn again, but the one that dropped from this cocoon over here I killed before, so... And he came back. So that's a lie we're living now. But as they say, if the lie doesn't keep you from... Nope, that's not the way I wanted that to go. If the lie keeps you from... Why does nothing want me to fin... Who are you? Are they... Is that in the... No. I can't be in that area with the decay fog. No, that has to be in the area with the decay fog. That's what I meant to say. Okay, let's see. I'm pretty sure that this video has come up on an hour, and it is already going to be a rough day for me. I've got to record a Chronicle for Friday. And, well, that's where we currently are. It is apparently 11, almost 12 minutes past an hour. So, I want to see what we got, though. We'll leave it. We'll leave it. I don't want to, but we will leave it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us today. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. We will be back the day after tomorrow with another episode. That's going to be, this goes up Monday, so Wednesday. So, if you're interested, feel free to return, and hopefully that episode will be uploaded on time. I cannot guarantee it because my hours at work are made up as we go along. And so with all that said, we will see you. And whoever the frick that is, next time.